Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Jade Empire Closed Fist walkthrough. She's really emphasized that there. Anyways, alright, so we're dead. We're still dead. But we have now recruited the Abbot. And here's our scroll on the Ritual of Binding. Okay, so the ability to bind a spirit is one of the great honors that the Water Dragon has bestowed upon us. Therefore, we must always remember that this gift so always treat this gift with the proper respect. When you bind a spirit, you become the guardian of the spirit. Blah, 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 blah. So basically, this the ritual of binding is all about binding spirits to yourself. The goal of or one of the responsibilities of the spirit monks was to kind of find wayward spirits, and then they would bind them to themselves and bring them back to Dirge, where they could, be taken here, and the Water Dragon would take care of them and put them on whatever spot that they were supposed to go on. I think it's considered the rule. Hopefully, I've got that all right. That's how I remember it anyway. But anyways, all right. So our first fight here in Dirge is with, well, I guess this isn't really first. So, anyways, all right. So we've got this battle's actually kind of nasty. I think I should have gone with, or I should have taken out the other two enemies first. Zhang Wu is pretty brutal. She's got more health than the other two. So again, I should have just taken them out first. I think they would have gone down. Because I'm bad. But yeah. Anyways. So I've got Abbot's Song just kind of chilling in his support mode. The good thing about Abbot's Song's support mode is he restores everything. Health, mana, and chi. I think I've got that right. I always get some of the terms messed up because it's like, I don't know, is chi the base stat and then the derivative of that is focus, or is focus the main? I don't know. Anyways. Red, blue, yellow. He restores all three. Yeah, so anyways, I've got him on support. Obviously, he's just like an upgraded. Would that be Dawnstar and I haven't honestly been using anybody else. Oh, and here I get caught by, this looks like somebody's using it. I think that happens again. But, yeah, I don't know. I tried using Paralyzing Calm. I don't know how good idea that was. Yeah, it was a good idea. I'm getting kicked in the face with another. The only problem with with the support styles and swapping back and forth constantly is just when you've got multiple targets like this, obviously it extends the time that you're going to take these guys down. I don't know if I tried any harmonics here or not. I really should have if I didn't. Oh, these guys just have so much health that a harmonic combo obviously would be the way to go. I'm just gonna assume that. Let's keep going, man. And how much of a difference is it on Grandmaster? These guys are so ridiculous. It takes so much time. I actually was reading something about how the damage is figured out, and it's something like enemies do 350% damage to you, and they've got whatever percentages. There I did try a harmonic right there, and it does appear that these guys are. So, oh well. No easy wins here in Dirge apparently. But yeah, anyways, so like I was saying earlier though, with the ritual of binding, it's supposed to be a way for the spirit monks to bring spirits that are kind of lost, which obviously is happening constantly now, and bring them back to Dirge, where they can, where the Water Dragon will kind of put them back in the cycle of life. Wow, I just said lice. the cycle of lice. That there's nothing magical or mystical about that. But anyways, yeah. So she's then she kind of makes him. I don't know if there's like a cycle of rebirth then, but the problem now is that obviously the water dragon is not able to do that, and then since we're actually the last spirit monk, no one's taking care of the spirits.
The guardian of this fountain is destroyed, and I weep for her. She was once one of our order, but lured by Lee's promises of wealth and power, she betrayed us. This thing is the corrupted spirit of Xian Wu. During the attack, she and several other spirit monks betrayed us by tainting the holy fountains with human blood. Long before the attack, Lee sent spies to bribe some of our weaker members. When they tainted the fountains, the power sustaining us against the army vanished. After the battle, the Emperor executed Xian Wu and the others, and he used the power of the water dragon to bind their spirits to the fountains. Their crime was terrible, but they did not deserve this fate. They suffered endless torment from which they could never escape. Such is the power of the binding. The binding is a sacred ritual of the spirit monks. We can draw on the power of the water dragon to bind a spirit to us. It is one of our tools for shepherding the dead. Even before Dirge was befouled, there were ghosts in the world. Some spirits would become lost in their journey here, or refuse to let go of the mortal world and go mad. If we found one of these restless ghosts, we could bind it to us and bring it to Dirge. Then we would release the spirit, so the water dragon could lead it into the afterlife. The binding is a great gift from the water dragon, if used properly. But the power can be abused. The Emperor bound the traitors not to himself, but to a place. A spirit can never escape such a binding. It feels an inexorable pull, but it has nowhere to go. It feels a compulsion to obey, but is never given a command. The spirit twists and corrupts, and in its agony it goes mad. Binding a spirit to a place is a terrible crime for our order. The only thing worse is binding a living creature. Binding the living condemns them to a fate worse than death. It forces the subject to obey and robs them of their free will. As a spirit monk, you must never do such a thing. The ability to bind spirits comes from the essence of the water dragon inside you. You may not have the power now, but one day you will be able to call upon it when needed. But this is not the time for lessons or instruction. The Guardian is dead, but you must place the seal on the fountain for it to be fully restored.
Okay, so there's a little backstory about kind of what happened in Dirge and why Xian Wu is I guess, bound there. She was bound to that fountain by Emperor Sun.
It worked! The fountain is restored, and the gates to the inner courtyard have opened.
Okay, so obviously we got the seal from Xian Wu and toss that right into the fountain there, which opens up the gates to the, I think this is the inner courtyard.
You have nothing to fear here. Though many dangerous beings dwell in Dirge, these monks and soldiers cannot harm you. The monk monks and soldiers who fell during the battle are trapped here in Dirge. Caught in a never-ending war, they fight, they fall, only to rise and fall again. Lee cut me down on the steps of the temple. My body fell and my spirit rose. Powerless, I fled toward the outer courtyard while the battle still raged. I wanted to see if you had escaped. Instead, I saw Lee take you, and I found myself trapped out here. The Emperor had sealed the gates behind me. My spirit cannot leave Dirge. None of the spirits here can leave. For 20 years, I have been trapped in the outer courtyard, unable to pass through the gates. I cannot say what fate lies ahead, but after 20 years, your return gives me reason to hope once more.
Okay, so there the abbot explains that the monks, the spirit monks anyway, and the Imperial soldiers are essentially locked in eternal combat, which, I don't know, it sounds kind of cool, but I imagine, you know, it would get boring after a while, like anything, I'm sure. But, alright, anyways, we're gonna head inside the... Yeah, there's nothing out here if I'm remembering this correctly. Yeah, I mean, all these areas are kind of one-time deals, so, you know, if you end up leaving here, there's no way back. So, alright, let's head in here.
The first fountain has been restored. You have done well.
Great mistress. It is heaven itself to see you again. I have been so lost without your wisdom.
I have left you without my guidance for far too long, Abbot Song. But I could not speak with you. My strength was consumed contacting the last of the Order. You are the last. There is no one else that can do what you are destined to do. I had to conserve and prepare. I did not know the exact day you would cross to this realm. The glorious strategist laid his plans carefully. The only thing he could not account for was my intervention in the instant after the Emperor's death, before he took my power. You were doomed long before I or my abbot entered your company. Had you deviated from Sun Li's plan, he would have ended his experiment at a time I was still helpless. Li is consuming my power, drawing it through the amulet he stole when he betrayed you. You must restore the next fountain before it is too late. What you see is how you perceive abilities that are inherently yours as a spirit monk. Essence gems still serve you because the amulet was a pathway, not a source of power. The amulet trains you to access what is already present, something Sun Li misunderstood. However, as a focus, it still allows him to take my power much faster than his brother did. Let the wisdom of the abbot guide you if you need aid. Restore the second fountain, and I will speak to you again, if I am able.
I sense my former student refuses to rest easy. The time for subtlety is past. You are too valuable to abandon a second time. Come, we must return to Dirge.
Okay, so there the water dragon does explain that, or essentially explains why we can still use our gems, and that unfortunately the amulet is a focus for whatever power. And now, unfortunately, because Master Li has that, he's able to drain the water dragon spirit faster. So obviously, timing is of the essence here. So we need to not muck about and get going on restoring everything. And then if you notice there, Master Li essentially reclaims Death's Hand and pulls him up out of the rubble. So he's down but not out.
The second fountain is here, but the seal is missing. This could only be possible if the guardian bound to this fountain has been destroyed. This is troubling. I feel a foul taint here. Something worse than the corruption of the Emperor. Something older. Something not of this realm. There are unnamed things barred from entering both the mortal world and the spirit realm. But with the water dragon gone, such a being may have crossed into Dirge. Such a creature would be drawn to the corruption of the fountain. It must have destroyed the Guardian and hidden the seal so the fountain could never be restored. The creature would not go far. Wait. Do you feel that? Something is coming.
I bring a message from my master. You restored one fountain, but the Guardian seal was weak. The seal of the second fountain is not so easily claimed. I am the minion of suffering. It was I who devoured the Guardian out of this fountain and claimed the seal for my master. Seek me out, traverse the path of the demons, and you can reclaim the seal. If you dare.
I agree. The demon would not reveal itself without cause. But there may be a way to yet overcome this demon. I know of a gem here in the monastery, a gem of great power. You can use it to help defeat this monster. The gem has been kept here in the monastery for many generations, guarded by powerful spells that keep evil at bay. The spells persisted, even after Dirge fell. The demon seeks to lure us to its lair, but it may also be trying to lure us away from the gem. We must go through the opposite arch if you wish to claim the gem. You are the last spirit monk. The wards will not keep you from the gem. But take care. Its power will be like a beacon drawing all manner of dark spirits near. Battling through such creatures may be just as difficult as facing the demon. In any case, the choice is yours.
Okay, so a freaky two-headed bull demon thinger shows up and all right, so here's Abbot Sung's journal. No one suspects, not even the caretakers. Yeah, so this is Abbot Sung basically detailing how he thinks that there's something going on in Dirge. This is obviously pre-attack by the Empire, I guess you could say. And ooh, that was enough to level, so let's do that. But yeah, anyway, so you get the freaky demon thing shows up, and he's, all blibbity blabbity, like, hey man, I got the seal, come and get it, come and get me. Which is, what we're gonna do. We're gonna get him, for sure. We have to, right? It's kind of our job. But we're gonna make a little bit of a detour first, and there's a brilliant gem of balance. I think that's actually pretty good. Probably good enough to even use. Yeah, that's 4 to all stats. I'll take it. That's definitely, that's even an upgrade right over the Gem of Mastery, so Why not? Power. All at one true mastery can be achieved. This gem allows its wielder to balance the forces within, strengthening the whole. Bravo, once again. Very, getting all philosophical here. But anyways, alright, so we're going to head back up here to the, this is where the gem is at, in this hidden, whatever, urn thing up here. Unfortunately, we've got some lost spirits, and I think there's a red minister up here. And actually, I think this is where we get red minister forms finally, which I think is the best transformation style. Yeah, Jade Form is really good too, but I think actually red minister is a little bit better. Basically, anytime you attack, you siphon health, magic, and I think maybe even focus from the enemy. So basically, and that's even with its regular attack. It's not even with a a power attack. So it's kind of like Spirit Thief, but on cocaine. But all right. No, this is the last fight. A couple more last spirits to take out first, apparently. So yeah. So anyways, I obviously have saved up quite a few. Skill points, I guess? Or style points? Yeah, style points. And I'm going to actually use those on the red list. What you get is... Chop, chop. Oh, and then, man, we're going to get a really good gem here, too. I forgot about that. It's actually really, really good for Closed Fist.
What's this? Another spirit drawn to this place? Another ghost seeking to claim the power of the gem? Your quest will end in failure, as did mine. For 20 years, I have sought to pass the wards protecting this gem. Its power calls out to me, yet the magic guarding this prize has kept me at bay. None can pass. You are bold. Do you not know my power? I can snuff out your existence like a flame. But wait! There is something different about you. You bear the mark of the water dragon. You can pass through the wards. As will I, once I have devoured your spirits.
Alright, so this creep has been, I don't know, killing people or whatever for 20 years, or stuck here for 20 years trying to get some gem, whatever. And he says he's gonna absorb our power so that he can unlock the urn, which obviously is not gonna happen. Like, sorry, dude, but feels really bad to ruin your 20-year plan, but you got places to go, gems to swipe, I guess. But yeah, so you can even say, oh, it's not, oh, my bad, so it doesn't drain focus. It's only health and health and magic. Still nasty regardless. So I'm gonna do the old hit and run, take a couple of swipes and then jump behind him. Yeah. Jump behind again. I don't know how, like if I really so there we go, or just use the focus. Alright, so there it is. That's Red Minister style. Let's I think I'm gonna level that up right now and probably put it where Spirit Thief is. So now essentially Spirit Thief is pretty much redundant. I mean, Spirit Thief is still good, but I just don't think that we're gonna really need to use it anymore. So alright, what are we going to do here? Chi cost reduction, chi damage. I don't think I'm going to do chi damage. I think I'm going to just do chi cost reduction and then a damage increase. Yeah, so that should probably be good enough. I'm a little surprised I haven't put any points into Paralyzing Palm. I should have definitely done that. But, maybe later. Okay, so here's our reward, the Eye of the Demon. Man, how badass does that sound? It even sounds just, amazing. Alright, anyways. All stats plus 6. And Demon Skin, when damaged, the wielder has a 5% of stealing the attacker's health. So it's kind of like a reverse damage shield that potentially can heal you, I guess. Yeah, 5% chance of draining a small amount of the attacker's health. That would have been, I mean, it would have been even better if it was a 5% chance whenever you hit them to absorb health, but unfortunately not the case. But either way, it's a damage shield essentially that sort of like, you know, steals health from the enemy that's attacking you. So yeah, and I don't actually think that there's a I could be wrong, and I'm just forgetting, but I don't know if there's an open palm version of that gem. You know, with a kind of like a, what would that be? Like a life tapping reverse damage. Probably not a great way of describing that. But anyways, yeah, I don't know that there's an open palm version of that gem. And if there is, I just forgot about it. But all right, anyways, so we got a horse demon here, and let's see what turn is. Rat demon, yeah. I'm just gonna chop it down. Here I'm gonna bust out Red Minister. I don't know. I didn't really need to do this, but I figured why not. Yeah, and here I'm just using its power attack to drain chi. Even it looked like even with the chi cost reduction on Red Minister there, it still looked like I was losing chi, so it's not quite as good as like the focus cost reduction on the dual axis here. I guess like you can't just, you know, sit around in Red Minister and not do anything. It does look like you'll eventually run out of chi, unfortunately. But that's all right, whatever. All right, so I'm saving because I know there's another fight in this little courtyard, and of course there's gonna be some horse teams that, of course, I dodge right into. That's how I roll. But anyways, definitely a good idea to take the horse team out first, as always, because of the fireballs of doom. Because I just love dodging into them so much. Alright, so there are 2 rat demons left. Nothing special here. There's an urn over here. What am I doing? Just chilling. Okay. Taking a little break. That was a strenuous fight, apparently. There we go. Trap. Oh man, look at how much of that chi that took. Oh my gosh, that's not good. I don't like seeing that. After Abbot Song just restored so much of ours for us by aggressively meditating. All right. So we're gonna head into the final area here. Now I know there's some more horse demons in here. I think we have to fight. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say 2 of them at a time even, which is usually not fun, but you know what? It's what we do. Okay.
Double axes.
Maybe it is only 1. Oh. I guess I was wrong. Yeah, and I figured, let's bust out Red Minister, because reasons. I did notice here, it's kind of funny, every time you go out of heaven, or out of Red Minister, it puts you, or it says it uses the Heavenly Wave stance, but I don't even have that as one of my active stances, so I found that a little strange. But alright, so anyways, the good thing about Red Minister is you can just go toe-to-toe with these horse demons and you'll stay healthy. So yeah, just chunking them out really good. It actually does look like I'm even getting health. I'm taking shots to the back here from this jerk, but it does look like not only does it negate all of the damage from the horse demons, you actually will restore health by attacking like this, you know, as opposed to normally I would be taking damage because of their damage shield, but oh wow, there's a major slowdown. Oh, that was fun. Alright, so yeah, not too bad. I ended up pretty healthy at the end of that. Heavenly Wave. It's not equipped. Yeah, oh, and then it automatically switches right to Leaping Tiger. That's funny.
Yes? Is there something you need? I will gladly do all that I can to help you restore the fountains of Dirge.
I was gonna try to see if Abbott Song had anything important to say there, and then I was like, do I really want to? No, let's continue on.
I know you. You were servants of the Water Dragon, who once ruled Dirge. But your mistress has no power here now. Dirge belongs to the master I serve. His strength grows. He feeds on the taint of this place, and when he is ready, he will unleash us on the mortal world. I do not fear you, for the power of my master flows through me. I enforce his will, for all must bow down to him in time. The earth, the heavens, the living and the dead, all love before my master when he unleashes himself from Dirge. But do not fear, you will be spared this fate, for I will rend your spirit into nothingness.
Alright. We'll rend your spirit into nothingness. Is that what he said?
Double axes.
No. I think we're gonna be we're gonna take a page from his book. We're gonna be rending some spirits later on. Spoiler alert. Anyways, alright, this guy's just a total chump. Yeah. It takes him like 5 minutes to power up this fireball thing that he's doing. And then I just jump behind him. Hey, what's up? Where are you aiming at, buddy? Chop. Miss. And chop.
Ukir, ipana nuko iwa nika sanaria, iroro ninua sa irkana, o nika suria kwana no kasa iriro. O sair kokanato, tanatia, katanano, shafatoyo, o kuina no kawair, kokanato sir ipana meniko, sisifirako. O towe o kawana ir o somanata hoki. Niato no napadi irovir. Sata tawe ir kuana ir sumir ipotoki. O nawa vuku no sukut nia awafawa ir sutok.
In all my long years of study and all my life, I have never heard of a being of such malevolent evil as this. I knew spirits and demons would overrun Dirge after the Emperor defiled it. But the corruption is far greater than I ever feared. And worse is yet to come. The temple itself is the center of Dirge's corruption. The taint is at its strongest there. I shudder to think what unknown evil might await us inside. The Water Dragon has faith in you, and I see you have faith in yourself. I must believe such faith is justified. In any case, we have found the sea. We should return to the fountain by the courtyard gates. Restore it with the seal you took from the demon, and the gates to the temple courtyard should open.
Okay, so apparently there's some ancient evil or whatever, and it's waiting for us in the temple, because of course it is. Why wouldn't it? I like that ceramic, or that urn back there had nothing in it. That always makes me feel good. And then that was trapped and there was nothing in that, and then that was trapped and there was nothing in that. So Really creative, guys. Good job. Bravo. All right, let's get out of here. Let's get out of this dump. We've got the seal. Let's make a run for it. So this will be we'll actually restore the second gate seal, and if I remember right, the path is pretty straightforward from here. But all right, anyways, I'm out of time. As always, hope the guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.